Ladies and gentlemen, children of all ages, welcome to Battle of the Beast Specials Generation Grand Final. So, we've gone through 23 battles already, and all of them have been, well, not all of them, but most of them have been incredible battles. So, I'm at the final round, with the final two beasts that made it this far. So, starting with the first one numerically, in order of release with the specials anyway, we have on the left side, or the right side for you, is Creta the Winged Terror. In round 1, Creta killed Kragos and Kildor in a rather easy battle. Round 2, Creta skipped round 2. Round 3, Creta was the destroyer of hold on. That's embarrassing. Round 3. Wait, what? Hold on. I'm confused. So in round 1, Creta killed Kragos and Kildor. Round 2, Creta skipped it. And in round 3, Creta killed Spyros. And in round 4, Creta killed Falcor. So 3 rather impressive, 3 victories. 2 of which were great. And one of them was Kragos and Kildor. I'm expressing my major dislike for Kragos and Kildor here. But Creta, quite frankly, I said it in the Kragos and Kildor battle, I cannot picture making it far. And I got proven wrong. It made it into the final 2. So, congratulations to Creta for making it into the final 2. And let's see what Creta's opponent is. So, in the right corner, weighing in at, I don't know how much it weighs, but it's very big. We have Raksha the Mirror Demon. In round 1, Raksha killed Rivera. Round 2, Raksha killed Jakara. Round 3, Raksha killed Kyrax. And in round 4, Raksha killed Mortax. Raksha had 3 very impressive victories under his belt and killed Rivera. So, no, not even killed, demolished. Destroyed, slaughtered Rivera. Rivera said no chance there. But here we are with our final 2, Creta and Raksha. Which one will win? I do not know. Which one do I think will win? I'm not allowed to say. I said this in Mortax vs Raksha. I do not know who would win. And I have one that I want to win, but due to the abilities, this one might have a chance in winning. So I honestly have no idea who could win this one. This is literally coming off the top of my head. So with that being said, let's get into this final battle, the Specials Generation. Hopefully I can make it a great one, just like I made the previous battle of the finals. So in the old generation, I had a good final battle. This one, I like to think I have a good final battle as well. So, that being said, close your eyes and let me weave you a tale of how one beast claims the Battle of the Beast Specials Generation trophy, whilst the other one just gets a small silver medal. And also a gravestone. But yeah. So, Landlord, this is the last battle that you have to deal with for a while. Hope so anyway. And let's get into this battle. So, Creta versus Raksha. So as the chamber doors open, Raksha strides out, and Creta, recreating her original entrance back in round 1, she bursts through the sky exit in a swarm of billions of stabias, and then after they swirl round into a massive cloud, as the cloud begins to shrink, out appears Creta in all her glory, making angry buzzing sounds whilst Raksha's growling menacingly towards Creta. Raksha conjures up 2 fireballs behind his back where Creta can't see, and Creta waits for the first movement. Raksha lobs 2 fireballs directly towards Creta, and Creta disassembles herself, or where the fireball's going to hit, disassembles herself to make holes between herself, just so the fireballs go right through her. And Creta then forms back up and charges straight towards Raksha. Raksha conjures up 2 fireballs and throws one, conjures up another, throws another, conjures up, and still has 2 in his hands. Raksha charges up, ready to just pounce onto Raksha. Raksha preparing for this, keeping both hands behind his back, hiding the fireballs. Raksha's within touching distance now. Raksha swings his arms out and goes to clap his hands with the fireballs in his hands as well. So, yeah, and burns the over 2,000 Stabias that the fireball came into contact with. Burns all the Stabias that came into contact with the fireballs. But Creta's still going onwards, fighting through the fire, and each time a Stabia gets burnt, each time every 500 Stabias get burnt, the fireballs begin to shrink. Raksha keeps feeding fire into the fireballs though, just to keep them lighting up. Creta's head though is not burnt. No, Creta reforms herself to make herself into a straight line and charges directly into Raksha, hitting the shield directly, knocking Raksha backwards. But Raksha just puts his fireballs close to the shield, not burning the shield because fire resistant, and starts burning the Stabias as they are. Creta goes into goes into the big swarm, and starts crawling all over Raksha whilst Raksha's trying to shake them off, bang them against the arena wall and all that. And they go into the little crevices inside Raksha, through his mouth, up in between his eye, a bunch of other places as well, in his fur, just burrowing away inside Raksha. And the Stabias left, they're just going round Raksha into covering Raksha completely in a cloud of swarm. Raksha still on the fireballs, just swings his arms around, just burning any Stabia that touches it, and just keeps burning it all he can. And also what he's doing is that he's also slamming his arms into the wall just to knock the Stabias out, or kill the Stabias that are inside of him, inside his arms anyway. He turns around and full-on headbutts the wall, causing a crack to appear, and with one final punch just breaks the wall, causing the rubble to fall all down on top of Raksha. But Raksha takes it, knocks out his fireball so he doesn't have any anymore, and the swarm that is around Raksha just retreats away, just to reform herself again into a much smaller version of her now, but still alive. Was the ones inside Raksha, which are buried underneath the rubble with Raksha, it seems like they are unmoving. They have stopped moving around. So the shock or the pain that Raksha took actually killed those Stabias. And the rest of the crest is just watching, seeing what looks like a orange light just appearing through the cracks in the rubble. Creta goes into her swarm just to take cover, just to prepare for whatever could appear. And after what seems like 10 seconds of the light getting brighter and bigger, a explosion happens, causing all the rubble that was on top of Raksha just to fly everywhere. The Stabias are dodging all of it just to stay safe. They reform together, look up to see Raksha completely seeming completely fine with a few bruises and 2 massive fireballs inside it on his hands. He knocks one into the air, and using his other one, he reforms it into what looks like a baseball bat, and says, "You're out," and swings it for the fireball coming back down, just to go directly towards Creta. Creta sees that coming at full blast, and a lot faster than it is. She's able to reform herself to dodge it, and then reforms back together, just to be greeted by a spinning fireball bat coming straight towards her. She goes to dodge it, but due to the unpredictable way in which it's spinning, part of Creta is getting burnt, and then Raksha's charging up towards Creta just to, while she's in a complete form, tackles her, pushing her directly into the arena wall. Whilst the rubble's coming down, Creta goes into a swarm form, but the rubble's coming down quite fast, to where it's crushing the Stabias as well as crushing Raksha, who's protecting his head. But some of the Sabians got away. Let's say 20,000 got away, but the rest got crushed underneath the rubble with Raksha. And what happens is, Raksha conjures up another fireball to burn or incinerate any Sabians that may have survived that are in that rubble with him. Blows away all of the rubble again. The rocks and stones. God bless this. God bless the landlord. Hit some of the Sabians, killing them, but there's still around 20,000 still left alive. They form up to make. They don't form up because there's not enough of them to make a Creta anymore. But they, what they do is they hide away from sight, say rather far away from each other, so they can't be spotted easily like that. And then they get up behind Raksha. They form herself into a. Hold on, what? I just got a comment from someone. I don't know what that means. I just got a comment from someone. But anyway, they form themselves into a bow, and then an arrow. You know how you see in Rise of the Guardians, Pitch made a crossbow of sorts. They made a bow this time, and they let go, releasing what is probably 5,000 Sabians towards Raksha, where it impales him straight in the back of the neck, and all the Sabians just deform and go into that wound that was made by that arrow, whilst the others are just spinning round Raksha, just making him attack them with the fireballs, burning them. They're all really close to his head, so he's just being very careful not to burn himself. But of course, he is burning himself at some points. He's burning the snake hair off him. Whilst there's millions, a couple thousand Sabians just wandering around inside of him, he's just trying to get rid of the ones which are just surrounding him. He's killing them, but he's also burning himself in the process with the fireballs. He decides to have an idea, merges the fireballs together, and prepares and ducks his head ready for what's to come. He chucks it lightly into the air to where it's just a bit above him, and then he chucks another fireball up just to ignite the fireball. I don't know, but it explodes into what looks like a firework, where all the fire pieces are just falling down on top of him. He covers his head just so he doesn't burn his eye. Then he'll be blind again. But protects himself from that. He feels the burn, but he also doesn't feel the pain from the Sabians that were outside of him. The ones inside, however, they're finding their way to Raksha's major organs, and what Raksha does is that he takes the Phoenix talent out of his shield and starts rubbing it all along his body just to heal any wounds that are inside of him that they are making. It seems to be working, so what the remains of Creta are doing, they're just gathering up on one specific spot in the brain just to gnaw at it viciously, just to cut the brain off from the rest of the body. And Raksha realises that, and quickly as he can, slams his head into the remains of a wall, causes the rubble to fall down to kill them again. But unfortunately, they're nearly done. The rubble falls back down, crushing Raksha's head in, and what Raksha does just to make sure it's done, conjures up fireballs, and because it's just on his head, he brings it down directly on the wall, just exploding the rubble that was on his head, and hopefully the aftershock would kill the Sabians. And with that being said, the remaining Sabians and Raksha are both lying down unmotionless. The ones that are inside Raksha, they're not moving. Raksha himself isn't moving either. But after what seems like an eternity, one of these beasts suddenly starts moving. They get up and start making their way towards their chamber door to be greeted by the trophy of the Specials Generation winner. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my distinct honour to introduce you the winner of Battle of the Beast Specials Generation, Raksha the Mirror Demon. Right, so obviously I did a rehash of what I did in the old generation battle. Have We Are the Champions play when the winner got introduced. Quite frankly, even though Creta was a formidable opponent and has probably one of the most overpowered abilities there are, it doesn't change the fact that bugs just incinerate instantly from fire. And even though it may not make much sense that rubble falling down on Raksha, where he's literally self-harming himself just to kill the ones on the inside, if it hits him, because they're just underneath the flesh, hits him, it will crush the stabias. So that's why he won there. The ones in his head, he was took the damage. It wasn't as bad, but then he got the fireballs to hit him there, which, yeah, I did say was burning himself, but he is still partially fire resistant. That's why I gave him the victory there. Creta was probably Raksha's most toughest opponent ever, and I'm saying that because Mortax was also another one of Raksha's opponents, but I gave the victory to Raksha because he deserved it. Because he had so many tough opponents throughout the entirety of this tournament. He had Jakara, Kyrax, Mortax, Rivera so I guess. But he had Creta as well, which was, even though the underdog of this series, Raksha found a way to win. And using the Phoenix Talon to heal any wounds he had, that was the nail in the coffin. There was no way Creta was able to win that. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, here's your winner. If you think Creta should have won, I'm sorry. Please, that's not going to change. Raksha's won. Please leave in the comments below why you think Creta should have won anyway. But that being said, ladies and gentlemen, that's all for this time. If you like what you saw, leave a like, leave a comment, don't forget to subscribe. Make sure to congratulate Raksha in the comments below. And I'll see you next time.